Okay, hey there guys, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be going from level 1 and a fresh Warlock character that we just created, hopefully into something, bit of a Dark Templar thing. We'll see how it goes. Right now, the perk we're going to be rocking is, because of course we only have one, we're going to be running the new perk, which is Demon Armor. Gain the ability to equip plate armor, lose incoming magic healing by 75%. I assume this is meant to be reduced. The only thing I'm curious about is whether this actually affects healing shrines. This of course will affect things like your torture mastery. I wonder about your drain life as well. We'll have to see about that. We are going to run Blow of Corruption at low gear levels instead of Phantomize. I think it's probably better, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Let's also change our perks around as well. Let's make sure they're in the right spots for what I'm used to. We're going to be equipping Bolt of Darkness and also Flame Walker. I think these are some of the best perks that you can run at low level before you have your perks, really. Sorry, your spells. These are some of the best spells you can run before you get your perks, is what I'm not meaning to say. Right, let's just check everything looks okay. Yeah, looks good. One thing they did quickly change as well is now they completely got rid of crypts, as ruins of course leads to crypts, so it felt a bit redundant. Currently now in the rotation there are 2 ruins and also just only 1 goblin caves. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 1 low roller normal game in ruins, and after that we'll be progressing to Highroller. Hopefully we can at least get level 5 in our first game, so we can at least get access to a second perk. I do value from perks versatility at low levels, so gaining the ability to equip items that you couldn't equip before I think is actually a big boon, especially whilst you've got no money, you have no options, it's just you're using whatever you can get your hands on. So yeah, we're definitely going to be taking the Demon Armor for now. However, I do think there's quite a few good options as we get to higher level and get more perk slots available to us. Alright, I'll see you guys in game. Okay, hey there guys. So we're into our first low roller. We're going to be doing 1 low roller and then we're going to be going straight to high roller. Hopefully we can at least get level 5 before we before we leave the low roller game. Did I misclick? These 2 both look elite. That's a bit of a coincidence if they're both elite. Interesting. But anyway. I used to think Warlock was one of the stronger classes at base kit for PvP and PvE. Just overall, I thought Warlock was probably, maybe not the best, but definitely one of the best classes in their base kit. Nowadays, don't feel like I would say that anymore. I think ever since they lost the magic staff, Blow of Corruption, and also the Blow of Corruption nerf, they've definitely been feeling these nerfs. Like, these are not that good anymore, I feel like, in base kit. Or maybe it's just me struggling with it for some reason, I'm not entirely sure. There's usually someone who spawns just over here to the east that we need to be aware of. Yep, it's whoever that is. Couldn't really tell what class it was, unfortunately. There's quite a few bad matchups for the Warlock that, especially on ruins, you run into quite a lot. Primarily Ranger, unless you're running Phantomize, is quite bad. Alongside that, Rogues, of course, can basically just insta-kill you if they play it properly and have the correct perks and things and have a decent weapon. Wizards, before you have enough gear, actually counter you quite a bit as well. They have, like, more consistent, higher range damage. You only really counter wizards if you have either very high magical healing and they're not running Fire Mastery, or you're running the perk which increases your magic resistance. And also... Okay, so we got our first piece of plate armor. Armor is actually pretty good. 4 strength is nice. Ideally, I think the helmet we're going to be wanting is the Visored Barbuta helm, which of course gives Wills its baseline. I really appreciate this perk for Warlock, because it just gives more playstyles to Warlock, or at least reinforces the playstyle a bit more. Right now, I think, or before this change, I think Pure Caster Warlock was probably... the Wraith. Right, well, we can cheese it, so I guess we'll cheese it. It's going to take us a fair while to kill it, but... And unfortunately, I can't really get a good spot. So one thing we need to note as well is we can't use our spells too much in PvE, because we don't even have Torch Mastery, which is, of course, the perk that we always used to take at level 1. Someone just entered our VoIP range. Okay, now they just left again immediately. Anyway. Yeah, so we need to be cautious with our spells, because we either need to then heal back with potions and things, or rest for ages. We have no way through our spells to actually gain health back, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. A lot of the time, as the Warlock, you're going to have more efficient killing mobs like one at a time with Falchion anyway. Of course, if you're using Hellfire or Flamewalker, that's very good at dealing with big groups of enemies as well. Damn, we're actually really high strength right now. We're at 21 strength already. We're 114 HP, 22% PDR. We're going to be pretty decent in melee. One option for the Warlock as well, of course, is swapping these over into 2 weapon slots, and then you can either melee with a Falchion or cast with a Crystal Ball and not suffer the movement speed penalty of having both equipped. But I think this is playstyle dependent, and I think either way is completely fine, whether you want to run them separate or run them together. It's up to you. I personally prefer to just run them both at the same time. I think that's absolutely fine to do. What we're mainly looking to do is just get a bunch of XP, get some gear that we can maybe use, and then get enough XP to level us up to level 5, and then probably head into Highroller, and then we can start actually getting some good gear and stuff. Of course, we can't trade until level 15, so this is going to be pretty much purely just using whatever we can find ourselves. Someone is somewhat close, as the Void Pycon's there. I kind of wish they'd fixed that in the most recent patch. There is one apparently quite game-breaking bug. Okay, let's play it down here, fighting the Mimic. Let's go take a look at least see what class they are. It looks like a fighter through the door. That's the Falchion range there, just beating out this guy's Viking Sword range. Okay, he did do quite a bit of damage to us, unfortunately, which is not ideal. Let's see if he's got any upgrades for us. Not really. Yeah, I think we're mostly just going to be losing health from fighting that guy. One thing to note as well is I did a little bit of testing before we actually came into the run. And the health shrines are actually classed as magical healing. So because with the Demon Armor perk you lose 75% of your magical healing, that means they only heal you for 25 health points. Oh, nice. We got some good pieces here. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, let's swap that crystal ball over. Heavy gauntlets. Let's just drop some of these things for now. We'll probably re-equip them, but... Okay, do we want to be a lot tankier or have a bit more physical damage? Oh my god, these gloves are insane. Those are really good heavy gauntlets. Inventory right now is actually pretty damn solid. Let's just like resort our inventory a little bit. Someone's really close. I don't know where though. Let's get another health potion popped. There was something here I wanted to pick up, but I can't remember what it was. Is it this Viking helm? It's the leather bonnet, but this works as well. So one thing to note as well, although this only says that you can... Oh, okay. Hang on, they're coming through, I think. Either that or they're just trying to bait us. God, they're just not committing to that. You know, while they're doing that, let's just sit down and regain some of our health. Okay. While it only says in the ability... or in the perk description, gain the ability to equip plate armor, it actually allows you to equip chain armor as well, which includes things such as, like, the barbarian items. What class is this? I wish I saw which class that was, just so we could know how to play against them a little bit better. Because we have, like, some matchups which are pretty solid and some matchups which are pretty rough. It would probably just be wise for us to not fight them in the long run. But we can definitely try. Why is there a trap in here? I did not know that there was a trap in here. Well, that's a solid, my bad. Now we're kind of low on health. I'm not liking our health points right now. Oh, the Archer walked around to us. Okay, interesting. Let's just use this brazier to block its shots. Or of corruption it. I think what we're gonna... There's more mobs down there. I'd like to regain some of our health. What's that? That looks like a fighter to me, so... We can definitely take that matchup, but... We should probably be a little bit careful. I think we need to clear out some of these mobs. Let's try and bait this shot. Is it a double shot? It is. Okay. So, having a blue crystal ball is good. This is going to make our Blow of Corruption quite a bit stronger. The magical damage that this gives actually applies to... or buffs up your Blow of Corruption, and also your Dark Reflection if you're running that perk. This is why I think that the Warlock was actually stronger in base kit with the Magic Staff. Especially before they nerfed the damage on the Blow of Corruption. Now the Blow of Corruption has more utility, right? Because it reduces, if you're not aware, it reduces incoming physical healing and magical healing by 70% for 12 seconds, which basically makes Second Wind a very subpar skill if you have this on them and then they use it. Then it will be, what? It will only heal 12% of their maximum health over a time, which is, you know, that's like a potion, kind of. It's like a high tier potion where it heals you quite fast, but... Alright, this health is looking okay for us for now. So what we're going to do is, we don't want to lose too much tempo. We're definitely going to look to go down to hell. Okay, well there's a rogue in there with a smoke bomb. Interesting. What was that over there that I saw? I thought I saw someone over there. This flat chest here is pretty decent. Usually gives some pretty good loot. We can run outside of the zone and take a red static if we have to. However, I'd prefer to just keep our health and find a portal. Portal also gives us a little bit more experience, I think, for... not destroying. Yeah, opening. Oh god, of course it's a skelly. After playing so much Highroller though, you forget like how easy the non-elite versions of mobs are. If you're like aware of their attack patterns and stuff, even a little bit. Right, so we need to go for the zone. It's unfortunate, I would have liked to loot some of these chests, but... Okay. Hey. Out. With the dogs, if you strafe to the side well enough, you should be okay with that. They did also increase the drop rate for the wolf pelts. I probably should loot both of them, but I'd rather just check this chest, because I'm not looking to progress quests on this character. This is probably just going to play it for this video. Depends how much I enjoy it, I guess, but we'll see. Oh, interesting. The green shadow mask only gives +1 all attributes. That's a +3 magical healing adventurer tunic. If we were a normal warlock right now, we would be very happy. Do we take that anyway? I don't think so. Honestly, that's an interesting one. It's actually not much more armor rating though, and it slows us by so much more. Right, we definitely need to find a red portal though. Well, ask and you'll receive, I guess. So let's open this up and let's see if we can quickly loot that lion's head behind us. We might not have time. We're definitely going to take some damage from the zone. It's locked. We do have lockpicks, but I'd rather just save them. We'll probably find plenty of locked rooms down in the next room anyway, so, or next floor. Okay, we're into our crypts now. So, the gear changes, I think the recent ones were like, they increased the amount of stats that higher tier items give. So like, you know, purple's giving like 5, so blue's giving 4 of their stat, and purple's giving 5 of their stat, stuff like that. So like, these derivative gloves give 4 strength. I think that is a really nice bonus to Warlock, specifically, because Warlock can kind of use everything. Like, strength is good, vigor's good, agility's good, dex is good, will is good, knowledge is not the best, but it's, you know, it's okay. I think it's actually a really nice bonus for Warlock. Is that? Okay, I was hoping it would kill itself on the spike before it actually got that cast off, but it's okay. We'll just take a little bit of time here. Just be patient with it and we'll be okay. Okay. If he didn't die to that, we were going to take a big hit, but it's alright. Intact skull. I guess if we're not playing for quest or anything, we should actually just drop this old cloth. It's not going to sell for anywhere near as much as other things we can get our hands on. The thing to be careful about in normal games is people just rush to PvP. It feels like normal games have a lot more PvP than Highroller a lot of the time. Honestly, this is... Okay, let's just drop the old cloths. Those are some decent legs, but I think... Ooh, just about outranged that. Wow, we two-hit that guy, alright. So yeah, I mean, already we're like kind of tanky. We have 25 vigor, 118 health. When we get to 30 vigor, it actually means we get 2 hit points back from every tick when we're resting, which is quite nice. I can't believe we found such crazy good gloves though. Like, these are very good. Physical power and true physical damage, very good. Now, we're not the ideal class for them, but I am glad that we took Demon Armor. Demon Armor might not be the best option, to be honest, for your first perk. You're honestly probably better off going something more traditional with, you know, Torch Mastery, probably. And just being full health all the time, but... Hey, we gotta try out the new stuff. And then immediately we will get rewarded for actually running it. Wow, this opens up very early. I'm gonna try and kill that if I can before we have to fight the other things. God, alright. Should be able to get some good cleaves on all these guys anyway, so shouldn't take us too long, to be honest. Yeah. Should be pretty good XP from killing all these things as well. You get level 5 pretty quickly, so... Ooh, Vigor and Physical Power Ring, pretty good as well. Plate Pants. Now, I think Plate Pants and Heavy Gauntlets and Plate Boots are bait, I think. I think the only plate you really want to run is Helmet. Generally, the plate helmets are pretty good. The plate chests are pretty good. And I don't think any other slot you really want to run plate. Because, first of all, these are the only gloves in the game that slow you down. They also give you negative magic resistance, which sucks. Those are the main issues with the gauntlets. The legs slow you down a lot, and also reduce your magic resistance. Oh, interesting. This green Shadow Mask gives +2 all attributes. Why did the other one only give 1? Is it like a bit random now or something? Or a roll? Chappelle de Fur, also a pretty good helmet as well for plate. The boots just make you too loud. The boots I actually quite like because they give strength as a base, but they make you way too loud. Sound in this game is like really important, and I feel like if you're the only person running plate boots in a solo lobby, people are gonna actively hunt you down a bit more. Okay, 3 gingerbread. Like, we can't trade them, but they're just worth so much that we'll just drop like something instead. We can drop up probably like a bunch of these white treasures. We can also drop the loose gold as well if we need to. Ideally, we would find a better falchion soon, or at least like a better weapon. Doesn't have to be a falchion. We can... I'd be down for like a magic staff. I'd be down with a good crystal sword. Okay, you heard that? Someone just opened the door. Or opened a door somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. We're just gonna have to be aware that there's someone kind of close to us. We could leave. We're probably not going to be going down to hell. There's hell in a... I mean, we are playing a pretty good class for it. We do have Flamewalker. But I don't think there's much point. Our inventory is full of decent things to sell. We can probably get some decent upgrades from the vendor. Also, it's mainly meds that we're missing. So we definitely appreciate some better... or some more meds. What's the utility? Right, so the main upgrades we're looking for are chests and jewelry and main weapon. The other things, while they're not good particularly, they are okay. Okay, Skeleton Champion there. We're going to try and not aggro that, but I would like to destroy those boxes there if we could. If there's anything I've learned recently, the boxes are actually... Okay, we're not looting those boxes. Thankfully, he didn't hit the door and just come through. The boxes give very good loot. The boxes give some of the best loot that you can find just in the dungeon normally. We will check this wizard hat just to see if it's like very, very good. It's pretty good. But I definitely would prefer the visored barbuta helm now. The hand skull's nice defensively, but I do want that extra will for the extra damage as well. But this is one of the reasons that I liked Cleric. Okay. Well, we got +2 additional magic damage. Occultist Hood. Normally that would be a very nice item for us. The magic damage is definitely nice, and I would like to run that. But the Hound Skull gives us such nice defensive stats right now that I think we'll just chill with that. Like, this is a lot of health. 4 Vigor +4 max health as well. Very nice. Okay, that... I thought I was hearing footsteps there for a second, but I'm not exactly sure what those were. Let's try and loot this lion's head as well after, and then we'll probably be extracting soon after. Okay, Templar armor, very nice find. Let's equip those. Padded tunic is okay as well, but now we honestly look like a cleric more than anything. Like, our entire set could actually be used by a cleric. I'm looking... Can we fit this somehow? I guess let's drop the maggots. Let's grab the gold goblet. Let's go check this, and then we'll probably just go and take the, static extract over there. The only thing is, we are very slow now. Like, let's have a look at our movement speed. Yeah, with our weapons out, we are 218. So that's the only issue that I'm thinking of. But I do think that if we get a good two-handed weapon, or perhaps a crystal sword or something, we are going to run Phantomize instead, and then we can use that to close the gap. Or maybe we can just kite people with our thing as well, and we don't necessarily have to close the gap. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Like, what's our PDR? We're sitting at 35% PDR right now, which is pretty good. 120 health, pretty good as well. The only thing is our damage might be a little bit low. We're only at like 26% magical damage bonus. Let's just drop some of these like bits of gold that we're running. I actually can't really like find a way to fit that too easily. I guess let's just drop that. Grab some more treasures. Nah. Okay. Because they don't want to fight, if you saw that, the other person actually came in from the other door. So we could easily get third-partied here, and I don't really want to get third-partied. I don't want to be fighting two people at once. So what we'll just be doing is we'll actually just be taking this extract, and let's go and try and see and sort our gear out and see what we can get. So perfect. We did actually get level 5 from that one run, so we do get access to one more perk. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be running yet. Let's have a quick look and think about it. So I think the full build will probably be Demon Armor, Dark Reflection, Soul Collector, and then maybe either like Anti-Magic or Malice. Probably one of those. But I think right now what we'll probably run is Dark Reflection, because it's kind of just like another ability. A bit of a weak ability, but either way an ability. And while I do definitely think the top end for this build actually just removes spell memory and runs Phantomize instead, right now we're not going to be able to get a good enough two-handed weapon to justify that. We're going to be using this Crystal Ball definitely. And while the Crystal Ball does still give us bonuses anyway through buffing our Dark Reflection and our Blow of Corruption, as long as we have it, our Falchion with the Crystal Ball out, it's not really justifying. I think it's just going to be more beneficial for us to have our spells available to us for now as well. Because right now, even if we go to like the Weaponsmith, sure, we could get a longsword, which I think is an option for this build, but I think the Biss is probably a really high tier crystal sword, but the low tier crystal swords really suck. So look at this. Combined, this is 20 damage, and the Falchion is 32. Granted, this is magic damage, so it scales off, or some of it is magic damage, which scales off of your magic power bonus instead of your physical power bonus, which is going to be higher for the Warlock generally, unless you have very high strength and phys power on your gear. It's just not going to be enough to justify the, 12 base damage loss, at least not for now. Maybe if you have very, very high tier gear. Anyway, let's solve these things and see what we can get. We will keep this occultist hood, maybe we can use that in a different build, but... So that's 180 gold from the various items that we had. From our treasures, another 166 gold, so that's up to 376 gold for us for now. Also have the 3 gingerbread cookies. Let's go over to the Goblin Merchant. Unfortunately, both of these bardishes are actually gingerbread cookies. That could have maybe been an option for us. The longsword is also an option. The magic staff, we will actually buy this and see if it's high tier. Okay, that's actually a pretty good magic staff. So I think what we will do now is... let's quickly buy this longsword as well and see what we're looking at here. Okay, just base tier buddy thing. So now let's swap out, let's store this crystal ball. This crystal ball can get vended. The falchion is what we started with. The longsword can get vended. Let's swap out to the magic staff and let's also swap out to phantomize. And let's try this out. This might be a bit scuffed for now. We still don't really... We still are missing some perks to support this. Soul Collector would be very nice. And then, of course, there's a few options for the final perk, but it's probably going to be either anti-magic or malice. Let's go to the weaponsmith, sell all these things. That's another 16 gold. Now sitting at just under 200 gold. Actually, we will sell the potion of invisibility as well. Another 4. Let's go to the alchemist. Let's actually just buy 6. I've now started running like a lot more bandages now, or just a lot more meds in general, and I think I actually like having this many more meds. Okay, hey there guys, we're actually into our first Highroller game now. It's on Goblin Caves. It's actually the next day from when the first part was recorded, as they took the servers down to fix the bug where people were falling through the floor in crypts. Understandable, but it was a bit annoying for the recording, but that's fine. I've done a little bit of research on what people are saying about this, and so far it looks like people are saying that the Plate Warlock is just terribly underpowered and basically awful. One thing that they should probably change is your magical healing reduction actually affects your health pots and reduces the health pot healings, which I didn't know. I thought health potions were actually classed as physical healing, but apparently not, that's really bad. They really need to make those like system healing or physical healing or just something except from magical healing. So like, this is actually a perfect demonstration because we took a little bit of damage here. Let's pop a health potion and show how little this actually heals us. So right now we're at 92 health. Let's pop that. Let's wait for it to fully tick and then let's check our health after that. Yeah, it's not going to go up much at all apparently. I could have swore that they were actually physical healing, but... Anyway, this will definitely be interesting to try out. There's actually pretty decent boots. I actually think we might go for those. We'll lose a bit of tankiness, but we get quite a bit more damage, and the dexterity is actually quite nice as well, because normally you're very slow at attacking with the magic staff. Plus 2 attributes, plus 2 agility shadow mask is actually decent as well. Surgical hit, perfect, okay, that gives us a heal that we well need. So, we are now at 99 health. I've already forgot what we were at before, but that healed us for actually basically nothing. That's a really nice bardiche, that's a nice find, we can definitely use that in certain matchups. It does slow you by a huge amount, 45. However, that might be good for fighting fighters and things that are, or barbarians perhaps, that want to get into our face. And we can try and use the magic staff for other things. I'm definitely worried about how slow we are, but we do have Phantomize to try and close the gap on some of the classes that would normally benefit from us being very slow. Primarily, I'm thinking about rangers there. Although I guess it could also work on certain... Oh my god, we're really not one-shotting nightmare spiders? They're not even nightmare spiders, just elite spiders with this big-ass bardiche. I think I heard someone else's jump there, so someone is probably quite close to us. Although no, because there's no VoIP icon, so never mind, they can't be that close. Maybe it was just weird audio. The loot is feeling kind of subpar for some reason now. Maybe it's just because we got... Oh my god, there's just like nothing. A bandage, okay. So the VoIP icon's back. We're going to be relying a lot more on bandages by the look of it. As opposed to normal. I I think this possibly could be viable with the demon armor. They just need to actually make it so potions heal you properly. Because that is going to hurt your... Like, a lot of the time, you're relying on the potions just to heal you up over time, right? Not so much as Warlock, but Warlock with no magical healing is kind of rough. You don't want to be sat down for ages unless you're bringing in hundreds of bandages, which you absolutely can. A lot of the time. Oh, God, they've screwed this map up a lot as well since they've, like, changed the, layout. Okay. You can get this, it's just the hitbox is really, like, faint. For some reason. I would like to find a blue or better crystal sword, because I do still think that that is probably the best in slot for this. Okay, there's some interesting things here. This Barbuta helm is probably not amazing for us. I think I'll stick with the tankier Hound Skull for now. Those are actually pretty good plate boots. I think we will actually swap over to those, because they're actually not going to slow us by too much. I guess we will probably take as many campfires as we can get our hands on, because I do believe that those are physical healing, or system healing perhaps. Wouldn't make sense for them to be magical healing. So hopefully we'll be okay with those. I think for squishier classes, yeah, we're definitely going to be looking at using the magic staff. We should probably be like, you know, doing a significant chunk of damage to the lower geared, sorry, not lower geared, squishier classes with our magic staff. Just the one bonk with Blood of Corruption will probably do a, you know, 70% of some of the lower geared not lower geared, squishier classes health pools. Got quite a nice collection of boots already, but we are mainly looking for gear upgrades for ourselves that we can actually use at the moment, but so far we're not really getting many. I think we will go and loot this chest as well. This is quite a big chest, can be pretty good. I would have liked to at least check what those lightfoots are. Let's drop a bunch of these, like, greens. We'll keep blues, but just because they're so good for selling. Looks like we're going to have to go quite far for the next zone, so we're probably going to have to immediately turn after we've looted this. Okay, nothing that good. Luckily, zone damage is fully recoverable health, so you can actually just fully bandage up from those. I think we will pop another health potion, just to ensure that we're going to be full HP. I assume this will heal... Yeah, this will definitely heal 2 HP. Come on now. But, yeah. I don't know. I am worried a little bit about the viability just because of the potions of healing and the shrines of healing being so weak. It probably hurts your ability to heal up significantly. But look at that damage. We just two-tapped that, it is a Boulder Slinger, but it is still an elite Boulder Slinger that we two-tapped with the Blood of Corruption. Blood of Corruption is adding a huge amount of damage to our combo right now. Hopefully we can find some players. In the lobby, it was a lot of low-geared players. There's also one thing... Okay, that mob... Oh, no, that's a skeleton corpse. Never mind. Yeah, so 3 headshots and a normal elite goblin. With Blood of Corruption. One thing I wanted to say is if you're someone who mainly plays normal games and you die quite a lot, and that puts you off playing Highroller because everyone will be, you know, more aggressive and higher gear and all this stuff. Quite often that's not the case. I seem to die more often when I'm playing just normal low roller games. Because people don't care about their own gear. They have, like, no self-preservation in that mode. They just want to fight. I just wasted Phantom Eyes. That is not what I meant to do. Where did this guy go? Okay. Okay. That confused me. I thought it was a wizard. I didn't realize it was someone just using a potion of invis. Okay, well, let's grab whatever we can of value off of this guy. Plate pants, I'm pretty sure is just a bait. I don't think we ever want plate pants. Let's drop some of this low tier stuff and try and upgrade. Reinforced gloves, those are actually quite nice. Let's swap out that. Can drop that. Pick up those. Aside from that, a lot of this guy's gear was quite lackluster. Let's definitely make sure that we are picking up blue potions. Oh wait, it's a grey one. Ugh, never mind. any of his gear any good? That's actually a pretty decent leather cap. Sure, let's just drop anything for that. Aside from that, it's a decent longbow as well, but let's just ignore that for now. Yeah, that guy was probably low. That's probably why he tried the potion of invisibility. I need to remember. I've never actually played this variant of Warlock with the Phantomize and Blow of Corruption. So I went to try and just swap or see what spell I had selected. And instead I just wasted Phantomize. That was completely unintended. Ow. Okay. It's going to take us probably a little while to clear this out, but it's okay. We'll just be patient. We'll wait until the Goblin Mage starts, doing that. Okay. Let's Phantomize through. Okay, these guys, why are they both attacking me? Okay, we're not going to have time to surgical kit down here. That guy just was completely oblivious to the skeleton, the goblin absolutely tunnel visioning me, and just got bloody smacked by a goblin. Now, let's surgical kit before anything happens. Oh god, the centipede's there. Hopefully we can just chill here for a bit and get the surgical kit off. The bard's buffing up, so they probably know where we are. We're going to have to move for the zone, unfortunately, so I don't think we're really going to be able to loot that guy. I also don't want to lose too much health. At least that does fully heal us up. Although that guy buffed up and then just immediately left our voice. Like, realistically, we should probably check that, but I hate having to travel this far for the zone. But I thought that was just someone jumping us out the corner there. I'm not sure what that, like, glow was. It's kind of weird. Alright, so... this is the spawn room, so that's a dead end. We're gonna have to go either all the way around or we're gonna have to go up. We're gonna go up and hope that it's mostly cleared. We could also just go back to that portal that we walked past, but I don't really want to extract yet. If we can avoid it. So there's definitely going to be someone else in here. And we are not teaming. This guy is going to be much faster than us. So we're just going to have to hope that he runs out of space to run, basically. Hit him with the Blow of Corruption there. It's going to be much faster than us, but as long as we stay on him. The only thing we need to be cautious of is... we need to make sure we actually have a portal as well. Okay, so what we're going to do here... is we're going to kill the goblins, and then try and open the portal up. He's going to be medding in there. We're just going to open the door. We're going to make sure he can't run past us. And we're going to hit him with another Blow of Corruption bonk. Kind of feel a bit bad for this guy, but hey. Okay, we're going to go. That was very close there, but I saw an amulet on that guy, which looked pretty good. I didn't actually have any time to check what he had on us. That's 400 AP, not too amazing. We didn't really do much looting or anything. I'm not sure if we actually had an amulet on before. If we did, hopefully I didn't just drop something even better than what he had, but this is pretty good. 5 magical power is going to scale again. Our Blow of Corruption pretty hard. Our Dark Reflection as well. When you get the ad after, that guy's probably not very happy about that one. We're going to save the leather cap, but we're going to sell everything else we got here. These adventurer boots are pretty nice as well, but let's keep the plate ones. Even though I don't really like plate ones, these aren't that bad. They have additional movement speed, plus the armor rating as well, plus 4 strength from blue plate boots. It's not too bad. I think we'll be hopefully fine sticking with those. Up to 446 gold again now. We can check the Goblin Merchant. There is a Visored Barbuta helm, which I'm curious about, so let's take a look. Okay, it's grey. Let's also buy this Templar armor, because that Templar armor is pretty low tier. Physical healing is nice. Extra will, strength, pretty good upgrade there. Everything else here we probably won't bother with. I guess we could buy these riveted gloves and see if they're like this, but yeah, I didn't think they were going to be that good. We have very good heavy gauntlets, so they would have to be very good for us to actually think about swapping them out. Let's vendor everything else. 325 gold right now. Decent kit. I do consider buying a few more meds just because these potions of healing are so lackluster compared to what they normally are. But I think we'll be okay. Currently at the moment, 8% physical power, 35% magical power, so our magical damage is going to be doing a lot more. And looks like we're heading to ruins as well this time, so let's go ahead and do one more here, at least. Just a demonstration here, but if we blow of corruption headshot, we're actually doing 108 damage in one hit. 48 of that is magic damage. We are definitely going to be hurting. Okay, so we're into our first ruins. This is a very good spawn. I really enjoy spawning at the cemetery. Very good loot here. Gotta be careful of the goblin mage, but we should be okay. If we can either bait it to shoot against the wall, and hopefully it'll just burn itself. But yeah. There's another Warlock actually doing a pretty similar thing to what we're doing right... Oh, this is a nightmare one. Damn, okay. Oh my god, I forgot it's nightmare immediately. Oh my god, we almost just died. This is really not good. We need to, like, campfire somewhere. Alright, so what we're going to do is a little bit of hardcore parkour up here, and we're just going to campfire immediately. Our health pool is very low, and quite often here you get pushed very early on. That's the problem with the Goblin Mage, you're so slow, it's very hard to dodge it when you're this slow. This physical healing from the Templar armor hopefully should help us here a little bit. Top us up quite a bit faster, ideally. Okay, perfect. It healed us up quite fast. It was a blue campfire, probably a bit overkill, but we lost so much health that I don't feel bad about using that, even if it was maybe a little bit of a waste. We definitely can't be fighting people with, you know, just a sliver of our health, and we'll have to use every bloody bandage pretty much to heal up that. So it's not going to be worth it. The only thing is, the guy who was... I say there was a bit of a mirror match. Not exactly. He was running still spells. He also had a spell book. So I'm not sure what spells he was running. He didn't obviously use any in the lobby, so I couldn't really tell. I think another pretty nice option for this would actually just be running lots of the buff spells. Maybe you can use Power of Sacrifice. Aside from that, maybe Bloodstained Blade, Eldritch Shield for if you're dealing with any magic users. Stuff like that could be quite a nice option. Some pretty okay loot here. Should have bought a coin pouch, as always, I forgot. But there's probably plenty more good loot for us to get down here. So let's try and loot these before we make our way out of here. There is also a pretty good chest up to the north in the well area, but there's quite a lot of PvE clearing in there generally. Also the boxes. I'm surprised we didn't get, like, pushed here at all. Quite often, like, you immediately have two other players, like one coming from the south, one coming from the north. Because this is such a good area for loot. Okay, that's a nice cloak. 4 will for us. Additional armor rating as well. Bit of magic pen. Quite nice little find. Even the regular interaction speed helps us speed up our looting and things a bit. Also door interactions. Honestly, a pretty good cloak. Okay, what is this? And then we get another one which has even more will, even more armor rating. Yeah, this is what I mean, this is kind of like out of the ordinary. This is quite lucky. You don't normally get 2 capes from this area. I do think this is a good area, but it's not usually this good, alright? Especially them both being will base types. So now we're sitting at 45% magical damage bonus, 41% PDR by the way. Someone's here, I can hear footsteps. It's a ranger. Let's just phantomize and get up in his face. He is going to be much faster than us, so we are probably going to struggle to actually catch this guy. That one kind of looked like it went through us. What we're going to do is we're just going to try and leave this guy out of here. He will run out of space before we run out of health. Okay, that was pretty bad there. All we need to do is make sure he can't interact with the doors. Okay. And then we just one-tap him with Blow of Corruption after all that. Right, this guy's got campfires for us. Perfect. Pretty low gear on this guy, really. Don't worry about any of that. That definitely shows the weakness of this. It is much more susceptible to getting kited than most other variants of Warlock. We need to unequip the staff before we Phantomize, probably. Because, my god, that extra 20 movement speed probably would help us. We probably will take a bit more damage here. Unfortunately, we're going to have to run probably like half the map to get back into the zone, but we need to campfire here. It's our only real way of getting back a big chunk of our health. Okay, that actually... God, this physical healing actually heals us so fast from campfires. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it might work so that every, like, tick gives an additional +3 healing from the campfire, which is actually, like, kind of crazy. Someone's been here, because that skeleton doesn't actually spawn there. Gonna have to try and kill these things without actually being able to see them. Not too big of an issue there, not too big of a risk to us. There's a bard over there who just drops. Well, that wasn't intended. Hello, gamer. I am death.
I am destroying fools.
Blow of Corruption fist this guy.
At least trade. Yeah.
Blow of Corruption worked on the punch. Our Dark Reflection proc on this guy. Damn, I was hoping we'd just one-tap him because he would be so confused, probably. But, yeah, unfortunately we didn't quite have the damage to one-tap him. Maybe if I hit him in the head, but I didn't. Do we swap over to the Wilhelm? We would be slightly faster. How does our magic power bonus go from? It goes from 45% to 55%. Alright, maybe that actually is worth it. But again, we're probably going to have to campfire. So, oh, no. Okay. No, let's go take the health shrine and maybe we can use just a potion and a bandage and we should be okay. But yeah, I'm not sure if this was a good choice. We're a little bit faster. We get 10% more damage. Damn, unfortunately it's already gone, the health shrine. It's okay. These low tier bandages should actually heal us for a good chunk with this additional physical healing we have. It's actually coming in kind of clutch, this physical healing. A lot of the time, you know, you don't really appreciate it at all because honestly, it's a pretty underwhelming stat a lot of the time. But here, it's actually coming in pretty clutch with the campfires. Oh my god. Alright. Well, we're definitely going to look down to go into crypts. I'm not sure if we're going to be going down into hell. I didn't really mean to destroy this door with the skeleton, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. Let's try and bait out one more hit. Yeah. Alright. Well, never mind. Let's blow corruption this guy. Feels like a waste, but... I was going to say, we can use this guy to actually save us time. Alright. Let's make sure we go in with our Blow of Corruption. But yeah, that's a good thing to know if you're unaware. You can actually use your Blow of Corruption on punches, which is probably going to be quite clutch in this against the faster matchups. Unfortunately, we're like only playing against the faster classes right now. I definitely want to try this against, you know, maybe a Barbarian. PDR Fighter, we will just one-tap, I'm not going to lie. PDR Fighter is not a threat to us. We might have to kite out for 2 Blow of Corruptions, but it shouldn't really be that big of an issue for us. Almost got stuck on this brazier. The Void Pycon's here, so there's someone close. Let's quickly go and destroy the pot before we just spend our entire life killing spiders. God, please. Right, so there are reds here. There's also a static red there. There's another player there. Looks like a fighter. Nope, cleric. I actually was going to say it could be a cleric as well, but I was pretty confident that that was a fighter. This is a holy strike he's charging up here, so all we do is we just... Okay. And then we take the static red. Bye-bye, gamer. Alright. Let's get some potions sticking. Let's rest up. I'll see you guys when we're into the actual next run. Okay, so we're into the crypts now. I'm thinking the plan against slower classes like PDR Fighter and Barbarian is probably hit them with a blow of corruption, then use Phantomize to try and assist kiting out until we get a second blow of corruption up, and then we can probably finish them off easily with like just a few more melees or something. We are incredibly slow, but against classes that want to walk into melee, well, oh god, I did not know you could even fall through that. Alright. Against this guy, I should definitely use the Bardiche. Or maybe I should just kite him into traps. I might be trapped in here for a little while, to be honest. Just dealing with these guys. Hopefully the gas cloud can't come in here. This does magic damage, so you really want to try and avoid this if you're wearing PDR gear. Oh god. The Bardiche is honestly a pretty horrible weapon. I really dislike it. The attack pattern is just so painful to deal with a lot of the time. It's not as bad as some weapons, I guess. Like, this Zweihander in this situation would be pretty terrible as well. But Zweihander at least has some things going for it. The Bardiche slows you by so much, has a pretty terrible attack pattern. It does block, which is pretty nice, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna spend half an hour killing these things. In fact, you know what? Let's just Phantomize out of here. If we take magic damage... Okay, one hidden thing... Well, it's not hidden, but people quite often just don't read the tooltips. About Phantomize is it actually lowers your magical damage reduction, which means you are going to take a ton of damage if you get hit. A ton of... Okay, there's a trap there that I'm just walking around on like an idiot. A ton of magical damage if you get hit with any. This is why wizards will try and hit you with the splash damage of Fireball, or hit you with Lightning Strike, especially will just obliterate you. Now, it would be nice if we could get some of these kills ourselves, because we are still needing experience. But we don't want to lose our entire health pool. Okay, right. Let's quickly relax in here. There are also... Okay, never mind, we don't have time to relax. Dodge perfectly into that, as I always do. How are we looking for meds? Okay, now we're running kind of low on meds, so we're going to have to be a bit more cautious. In fact, what we should probably do here is just pop another campfire. We're missing over half of our health, and we have, you know, 6 bandages in total, 1 health pot. It's probably just a campfire time to save us the last few remaining meds that we do actually have. If we could just... Okay, I was just about to say, if we could get a few more throwables, it would probably make us, like, I wish... It would probably be a bit stupid, but it would be nice if we could actually wear or use normal throwables. Such as, you know, throwing knives, Franciscas. I guess at that point we kind of would just be too close to a fighter, so it's probably for the best that we can't use those. But those are the things that PDR fighters really use to deal with people that are kiting them, right? Because even if you're in full plate, you're still not that slow that you can't hit people with throwables while they're just trying to run away from you, if you just put your weapon away, right? So I'm still considering the viability of this, I think it's probably viable. It depends on the matchups against the melee classes that are going to get into your mouth. Mainly Barbarian, because I think PDR Fighter will be no issue at all unless they're stacking MR. But right now, they changed the... Oh, I think they actually might have reverted it, but they changed the, like, will curve, which meant that it was possible for PDR Fighters to have, like, minus 65% magic damage reduction, which meant you would just one-tap them with Blow of Corruption if you hit them in the head and had a bit of extra magic damage. Which is just, like, absurd. There's a few boxes here. Boxes, very good loot, I figured. Or, I say I figured. Just something I've found out a bit recently. Very, very good loot, generally. Let's drop... You know, let's drop the oil lantern. Let's take the surgical kit. Now, we do have a pretty full inventory already, but we can definitely get quite a few upgrades. We couldn't even play for AP if we wanted to. There's also a lion's head here, which is very good. This room honestly has very good loot. The loot down below, I think, is a bit lackluster. I think there are some, like, hidden things, but... There's usually enough loot just up here as a solo. Right. As I said in the previous one as well... Okay, did we keep those lockpicks? We did. And I might have to stop talking for a second to focus on this, on the lion's head lockpick. Okay, perfect. Chapeau de Fur, okay, it's not too bad. We should definitely drop, like, the straw hat for those. Let's drop this white leather cap as well. We're probably not going to be completing our quests as this. I would like to keep the splendid cloak, so let's probably drop that, along with some white treasures that we probably picked up. Yeah, let's drop those. Let's grab this, and yeah, all looks good to me right now. There's a few more boxes over here, a few more boxes over there. We're probably not going to grab those ones, though. What we'll probably do is try and look for a bit more PvP, because a lot of this is just about testing this out. I would really like to see how viable this actually feels. So far feels okay, but if that ranger was in better gear, we probably would have just straight up died to that guy. Like, he was in very low gear and he still did quite a fair chunk of damage. I think realistically, you definitely don't run heavy gauntlets if you can avoid it. You definitely don't run plate boots. The only plate things I think you probably run are helmet and chest. And I think you definitely don't run... Heavy leather legs are pretty okay. Alright, let's try the lockpick here as well. Okay, nice. Okay, pendant. Well, maybe that might sell well. We're still too low to actually sell this to players. So, because of that as well, let's just grab these gloves utility for the better gold to vendors. You're definitely going to suffer with your movement speed. At least on ruins where it's very open and there's plenty of places to get kited. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad on goblin caves or crypts. But ruins, yeah, ruins is definitely gonna, like, suffer. And you probably are getting carried in your damage output from Blow of Corruption, but Melee Walk kind of always has been carried by Blow of Corruption, so there's nothing too out of the ordinary there. Now, I would like to try and get some PvP in here if we can. We've already done a fair bit in this video, but ideally I'd like to try and test it out a bit more. I suppose we can play for a little bit of AP. Let's drop that. Let's go through our treasures and just drop everything that's white. Let's also just drop the loose gold. If you're not bringing coin purses, like, which you definitely should be, you should at least bring one. But if you forget quite a lot like me, you definitely shouldn't just pick up loose gold. It's very inefficient. That's a nice heater shield, but I think unfortunately we're just gonna have to skip it. We should have picked up the boots probably, but we'll probably find better loot than that anyway, so let's not worry about it too much. Okay, skeleton and spider pot. Skeleton archer and spider pot. We actually one tap. Why are these normal? Why are these not elite? I know that it doesn't always have to be elite just because you're in Highroller, but quite often it is just elite because you're in Highroller. So Again, we don't have the zone, so we're going to have to go over to the west. I'm actually not even sure if there's anyone in here with us. I would imagine that people probably are, but this is also a fresh character, so the ranking is going to be quite low for matchmaking. So far we haven't seen a single sign of anyone else being within the actual match. Oh my god, that hurt. That hurt a lot. I don't know why that hurt that much. I think we might actually be alone in here, to be honest. So I think what we'll probably do is just take this extract. Okay. We actually might just straight up die here. This is rough. Okay, nah, I think we'll be okay. Unless this crossbowman hits us, I can't actually oh no, it killed itself to its our dark reflection. Alright, let's pop some bandages. If this crossbowman hits our, like, toes sticking out, I'm going to be a little bit upset. I'm just going to inform everyone of that now. We'll pop a few more bandages so we won't die to one shot. Then we're going to have to go and deal with this guy. And then we're going to take the blue portal out of here. Hopefully there's just one, like, here and we don't have to deal with... Okay, I think we do have to just deal with it, but it's okay. We should be fine. Okay. Second bonk. Let's get out of here. Decent run. We'll take it. I did unfortunately drop a bunch of the items that we didn't then replace because we didn't really have time to. 500 AP, as I say, very low rank, very brand new character, not even level 15 yet. Actually, did get level 10 though, so that does give us access to another perk. I think the third most important perk is probably going to be Soul Collector, and then I think... Well, let's look at how much will we have. Currently, we have 35 will. So, taking Malice will take us up to 38 will, which will give us a little bit more magical power. But I think that's probably going to be less useful on average than just going anti-magic and just having that extra tankiness added against the wizard matchups. Because right now, we're going to absolutely suffer against wizards. We're going to have to... We do have 20% magic resistance from our Templar armor, and also the will actually gives magic resistance. But then we'll be at 45%. We have a decent health pool with our magic staff out, so this actually might be okay. We do, of course, have Phantomize to dodge fireballs and things like that. You do have to be careful Phantomizing against wizards, though. As I say, if they hit you with the splash damage of fireball, it really hurts. If they hit you with a lightning strike, it really hurts. I'm not sure if you can be chain lightninged in Phantomize, but if you can, that will probably almost just one-shot you. So yeah, risky, but there's not too many wizards in solo, so I think it should be okay. Let's stash some of these items that are actually pretty good for us and we could maybe use. Aside from that, let's vendor everything else. 180 gold from these random things that we've got to vendor here. Then over from the collector, another 180 gold, so clean 360 gold gained there. We definitely need to stock up on campfires. Campfires are going to be our primary meds rather than anything else, it appears, with this loadout right now. So you know what? Let's just straight up have like 4 with us. Probably a bit overkill, but we can carry 1 in our inventory and just use the other ones as... This many campfires might be a little bit overkill, but we'll make do with what we have. We'll see how it goes. I'm thinking, considering about dropping the Bardiche, but I think we will keep it. Probably going to be using the magic staff a lot of the time, especially with how high our magic power bonuses right now. In fact, no, I've actually just convinced myself. Let's just store the Bardiche. We can maybe use that for another build, but right now, I don't think we're going to get too much value out of that. Yeah, hey there, guys. We're into another runes run. Decent spawn. Now, we can immediately go south, or we can loot this area. Both are pretty good options. Both are very good areas to loot. Have very good... loot places. I think what we're going to do is we're going to just kill this PvE here and then head to the south into the cemetery. I think our Blow of Corruption there actually unfortunately expired, which is not ideal. Our damage output with, if we waste our Blow of Corruption, is fairly low. And this is why I think we want a Crystal Sword. I should have actually checked the Goblin Merchant to see if there was any Crystal Swords. Right. Because, as I keep saying, it scales the magic damage. Oh, this is rough. Such unnecessary damage. Right. Oh, did they actually change this, or did we not? Okay. You know, let's use one of our cheap campfires real quick. Took way too much damage there, and need to get better with PvE. Need to make sure we can't can't waste our Blow of Corruption. Anyway, as I was trying to say, this is why the Crystal Sword is going to be BIS over the Magic Staff, I feel like. Especially in high tier gear. Your damage output is just so low with the Magic Staff if you don't have Blow of Corruption up. A lot of your damage with the Magic Staff comes from your Blow of Corruption proc, and also your Dark Reflection proc, which, you know, you don't want to be proccing that on PvE. Especially with how hard it is for you to heal at the moment. It sounded like it was a bard in this room, so they're pretty good candidate to try and kite us. Okay, yeah. That's the combo of the Dark Reflection. This guy's probably pretty low geared as well, yeah. Maybe I should have actually tried this on the other Warlock I have, which is a little bit higher rank and already level 15. But I wanted to do something fresh. Just show people how it can go from level 1. Disclaimer, this didn't go this well on the first try. Normal games are by far more deadly to me than Highroller games. Because, as I say, people just don't care, like, to preserve their own gear or anything. They just run at you. They don't care about preserving their gear. They don't care about preserving their rank. They want blood. So that's what they come for. That's what they play for. Which, you know, is fair enough. It's just, that probably discourages people. People probably play normal games and think like, oh my god, how can I ever play Highroller when I die this much in normal games? Normal games are goddamn brutal. Like, I don't know. I probably survived like 1 in 3, 1 in 4 normal games, but I also must admit, in normal games, I also do fight people like way too much. It makes for a more interesting video. I don't always take fights which are smart. A lot of the time I will just take fights because sometimes my videos don't have enough PvP in which, you know, I can understand. Another cloak from here, but it's not an amazing cloak. Yeah, I think we're just going to be leaving that, unfortunately. But it's okay. So, an interesting thing is, with the Magic Staff, if we were running Power of Sacrifice, that would actually give us a huge amount of strength, which would give us a huge amount of physical power bonus, which would make our staff left clicks without Blow of Corruption actually do pretty solid damage as well. So that's like another interesting option. Let's not use a blue bandage here, that's unnecessary. I just wanted to use it because there was only one left in the stack, just for inventory space, but a bit overkill. We're probably going to need that healing from the bandage at some point. Okay, perfect. Another campfire. If someone kills us, they're going to be happy with campfire. Alright, let's head back up the north now. We have the zone for a little while here. Oh, I saw something here, that was weird. So we can actually go down through the well and try and loot whatever's down there. I actually should loot this wisp as well if we didn't before. Yeah. They have like a rare quest item that sometimes they drop, which is quite good. One of the rare items for crafting, I don't know, some legendary. I forget which one. These things also do magic damage dots as well, so again, once you're in like PDR gear, you need to be careful of those. Can't take too much damage from them. Important thing to note is we do have decent PDR, but it's nothing super impressive. It's actually lower now than it was before. Was it because I guess it's because we swapped out the Hound Skull. The Hound Skull gives a lot more armor rating and headshot damage reduction and stuff, but it actually gives negative MR. That's an interesting frock, but we definitely can't be giving up this Templar armor for that. It's gonna have to be a lot higher tier than that for us to consider it. Where's the Barbuta helm? You know, I will check it. Just in case it has a very good roll on it. It is something we could downgrade to a green if it has a much better stat. Wizard Hat kind of is just like a less defensive version of what we're running right now. You hear that? There's a player. southeast. Probably climbing up those stairs. Leather bonnet. Yeah, we can take that. Probably on the bridge now. Or no. Sounds much closer. Sounds like they're still on the staircase. Yeah, it's a ranger. This might be pretty miserable. Yeah, okay, hit him with the 2-hit there. This feels kind of like bullying. Basically, everyone's just in base kit, but what could I do? I can't make people bring out higher gear. I guess I could have made not a new character, but I wanted to try something fresh, because my other Warlock, I play like a lot of like Spellcaster Warlock when I actually do play Warlock. Yeah, but we'll do what we can. Do we have any like low tier treasures? Yeah, we do. Let's make sure we're not like picking up some garbage again. I forgot to buy the gold pouch, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Let's grab this PDR shrine. Well, this isn't PDR. It gives actually PDR and magic resist, so it is quite a nice little pickup. That it's only 5% of each right now. It's been nerfed massively from what it was. I really would like to fight a barbarian or a PDR fighter. There was a trap here, but it's been destroyed. We can go player hunting a little bit and see what we can get. I don't really want to clear out this entire room. It's going to take ages. There was another trap there that's been destroyed. So do players' traps get destroyed when they die? Or has someone procced all of these or went through and uninstalled them? I'm not really entirely sure. That would be something that would be nice to know. Because maybe these all belong to that ranger over there that we killed. So no one's even within our VoIP range, so we're probably going to have to go quite far to actually maybe encounter a player. Feels weird being this slow with the magic stuff. Can't even see what I'm looking at. It's so dark. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd die from that. After playing for a while, you just kind of get used to the health pools and how much damage you're doing. Figured he would die from that. There was a chance he didn't, but I was pretty confident he would. Pretty decent loot spawn here behind the skeleton on the floor. Bardic pants here, unfortunately. We're definitely not going to be taking any Bardic pants. There is also, as someone informed me on the stream, there's a chest down in that room, which spawns up this lever here. Open this up. Someone is within our VoIP range. Good to know. Let's try and pay a little bit of attention. Okay, immediately they left. It's alright. Okay, those are actually decent riveted gloves, but I think these riveted gloves will probably... honestly... Let's take a look. How much PDR do we lose? It's looking like we only lose like 3%. But we only gain like 2% extra magical power bonus, so that's just not going to be worth it. Oh my god, that short sword is insane. Alright, let's make sure we grab that, definitely, because that is going to sell for a lot. Still not level 15, but we'll probably just save that in our stash until we can trade. That is a very good purple short sword. Plus 2 weapon damage, plus 3 physical power. Not sure about the base damage roll of it. It's 29. I don't really know what the short sword rolls up to. I think the highest roll of the short sword might be 31, though. Let's have a quick look to see if we can find any players. If not, we actually might just end the video here. I think this definitely shows the proof of concept for this, that it's okay. I don't think it's going to be the best thing. I think specifically on root. Oh my god, is this a nightmare death beetle? I've never seen that. It's like orange as well as red. That's interesting. Well, it died really easily, so maybe not. Oh, another ring, nice. I think, yeah, as I was saying, this build definitely suffers from ruins being one of the primary maps now. Just having these open spaces where you can be kited. I think realistically what you do is you just use magic damage cloth for your gloves, boots, and legs. I think Templar armor is probably okay. Visored Barbuta helm is probably this for this. I can't think of any other one you'd really want unless you want to run a defensive Hound Skull. But my only worry is your damage might be a bit too low if you run like a Hound Skull. Unless you get the Crystal Sword. The Crystal Sword is also going to be BIS by far compared to the Magic Staff, but we just use what we had. Okay, fine. We'll go to Hell as well. I don't think there's going to be any players. Right now, I just want to try this against other players. But we'll see what we can do. Okay, hey there guys. We're into one more crypt. Okay, what we can try and do is just fill up our inventory with whatever high tier treasures. We should have probably the map just completely to ourselves. So we can try and do a fair bit of looting. I feel like, yeah, if you're looking for PvP, this match specifically is probably not going to be... I don't think there'll be any. I do think we are literally completely on our own unless people took some early static reds, which is possible. But I suppose there has been a decent bit of PvP in this video compared to what I normally have anyway. Our gear is honestly pretty solid right now. All we really are looking for is a better crystal... or sorry, an actual crystal sword instead of this magic staff like temporary replacement that we're trying out. But with a magic staff, it does feel okay. But let's be honest, the crystal sword will be much better. You might have to stack a little bit of additional magic damage on you. And the interesting part about this is it can probably grab some of these gear pieces for cheap. The added magical damage or magical power plate gear, because while Cleric can utilize them as well, a lot of people just don't play Cleric with that in mind. Some people definitely do. But it's generally some of the cheaper pieces. So maybe Warlock can now fill that niche and pick up the free gear and then actually just perform better on a lower investment than other classes. But we'll have to see. Everything I've read so far on the Reddit and things was people saying that it's absolutely terrible. I don't think it's absolutely terrible. Is this amazing? I don't think so. But again, we are playing with a pre-level 15 no trade scuffed setup. So with a crystal sword, swapping out some of our plate for cloth would probably make this a hell of a lot better. Ow. Fine, let's not even loot that. It's outside the zone anyway. And you do definitely have to rely on campfires a lot more than I'd like to, because, of course, campfires are probably the hardest, well, they're definitely the hardest med to actually use a lot of the time. Take the longest time, have to remain stationary for a long while. But you use what you've got to, right? Hopefully they change Potions of Healing to be system healing, and then it will no longer get reduced. They also should change health shrines, in my opinion, to also be the same. And not scale off of, oh god, I forgot about these things. Just Blow of Corruption the wall as well. Perfect. Ideal. No, not a very good amulet. These things are very good to loot. Quite often they have quite high tier amulets. Let's actually use some meds right now. Let's just use this blue bloody bandage to get it out of here for now. So much that healed for though. Let's use this as well. I do hope there is like one more player. Hopefully we can have like a nice fight with a barbarian or a PDR fighter. I cancelled the bandage right before it finished. I'm a little bit upset about that. Okay, let's try and make note of our health right now. So right now, with our weapon away, we're at 94 health. This should be a good little test to see how much we actually get. Wow. I mean, another 5 magical power amulet would definitely take that. Work on torches. 94. So it's already healed us for 4. So it's not... Okay, it's not as bad as people were saying. People were saying like a full potion heals you for like 4. Which, it's definitely not that bad. This arming sword, it's not great, but it will sell for a lot more to vendors. So we can probably make space for this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, if that was physical damage reduction, we'd probably grab that heater shield to trade with players, because that's pretty nice. Oh, that was luck. Okay, so that healed us, I think, for 10. How did that heal us for 10? If we're losing 75% of our magical healing... Kind of do have to go this way, huh? I didn't really want to go through the circle in the middle. Although, I suppose the reason I avoid going through the circle in the middle is quite often you just have, like, absolute fiestas where you've got 3 to 4 different teams just fighting it out. We think we're here alone, so there shouldn't actually be anyone else here. Oh, no, no. There is someone, yeah. A rogue, I think? Okay, well, that's going to make it heavily. Trying to listen to his audio. Yeah, we're so slow. Yeah, our Blow of Corruption's wearing out. Right, so we're gonna have to fight this spearman. Okay. We're gonna have to Blow of Corruption this guy, because this guy's gonna just last way too long without it. Let's make our way inside of the zone. Okay. Unfortunately, we're gonna be... Okay, this is gonna be a bit awkward here. Alright, perfect. I mean, if this guy wants to run outside of the zone for like the next 10 years... Let's just, again, we're playing around Blow of Corruption. This guy... Rogues are a bit sketchy right now. If they're more geared than they look, sometimes they'll just absolutely chew through you, especially if this guy's running weak point. I definitely need to have Blow of Corruption, like, ready when we fight this guy. How is that not dead? Didn't I just Blow of Corruption this? God, these things can be quite tanky. Right. Now this is going to look stupid, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to use another cheap campfire. I mean, we are missing like a decent bit of health, right? We're missing 15 health. So this isn't going to be that much of a waste, even though it kind of looks like it. If you're playing any other class, it probably is. I do definitely want to fight this guy, but the thing is, if he just says no and doesn't actually want to fight, we can't do anything. We can't force him to fight us unless we can run him into a corner and get him trapped. But he's probably just going to take a blue. Yeah, that right there, he's just going to... Yeah, look, he just took it. There we go. Unfortunate, but I can't make people fight me. And I don't blame him for not fighting me either. That's definitely the smart decision. When he sees our PDR, not that it's that high, and especially if he's running weak point, he actually doesn't care about our PDR, like, basically at all. Let's grab the Fountain of Speed. But yeah, definitely speed is feeling like the biggest issue. However, I guess this room as well, it also doesn't help us, because it's so open. We can't get him stuck in a corner very easily at all. If we saw him in a position that helps us a bit more, like, he wouldn't be that bad of a... that hard. He wouldn't be able to kite us that hard. Those padded legs are actually pretty solid, so I want to try and fit those. I think what we do is we actually just drop one of these gold balls. The bigger the item is, generally, it's worth less than that many slots of, like, that same rarity. So, like, a green gold ball is considerably worse than just having... I think the Mimic Tongue's actually good as well. Hang on, you hear that? Oh, there's someone in play. Really, man? That sucks. You see, this is what I mean about Highroller. No one wants to fight. Now, the Void Pycon is still there, so it's possible that there's someone else somewhere, but there's so many portals around the place right now that if they just don't want to fight... Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's someone there. And luckily they're on like kind of the outside, so it's possible that we can actually force this guy to fight us. However, if they are smart, they can probably just run to either that static blue there, but no, that one's actually gone. So that static red there. And we do also need to find a portal for ourselves as well. Okay, the Void Pycon's gone. They've left. Alright, let's just get out of here. Maybe in the next one we can actually force some fights. 751 AP. Yeah, we're going to be at like Neophyte 1. Climbing the ranks a little bit. Hopefully that's going to be enough to actually allow us to fight people properly. It's now also Goblin Caves. Let's definitely try and get Goblin Caves in. From our treasures, that's an easy 316 gold. Keep the leather cap. We'll keep these padded legs as well. These actually only give you -1 movement speed for 5 vigor and some other very tiny and probably not very useful things, but also armor ratings. So let's keep that. That's a very good short sword. We're definitely going to keep that and try and sell that on the trading post. This arming sword, that can get vended. This leather bonnet can get vended. That's another 84 gold right there. Let's keep this rat pendant. 5 magical power is really solid for just a green amulet, so we can just take that in whenever, really. Let's make sure we stock up on some meds as well. We'll grab a 3 stack of potions of healing. We'll grab 1 more campfire. And then we will make our way in again. Okay, this spawn is interesting. Hopefully we can fight the player... Oh, wait, no, this is the different layout, isn't it? Yeah, no. Never mind. Still not used to the new Goblin Caves. I still keep thinking that a player spawns right there. I think the other one does spawn quite close to us, below. Oh, no, never mind. I think they've actually completely changed this. Using my Blow of Corruption too early. Warlock is not one of my... Oh, well, okay, what's that? That looked like either a cleric, a warlock, or a wizard. It was someone wearing a frock with a quarterstaff. I think. It's a warlock. I was gonna say, does he really want this? Like, I would not look at our gear and think that he wants this fight. I actually can't believe that this guy's alive.
Chill, bro. Please. Please don't do me, bro.
He begged for his life, but he'd done too much damage to us. We couldn't allow that to live. That guy actually hurt as well. Like, that guy hurt a lot. I'm really curious what this guy had. Okay, he has a really nice quarterstaff. What? Oh, Warlocks can use... I didn't know Warlocks could actually use that. Alright. Oh, he had some nice legs as well. This guy had some pretty nice pieces. But we need to campfire, so let's campfire. I was hoping the torch would actually kill him when we threw that at him, because they actually, if you're unaware, throwing torches at people now actually does impact damage. We're probably going to have to, you know, before we sit down, let's actually pop a potion of healing as well, just to try and top us up a little bit faster. This was not a smart decision, but whatever, it's okay. Hopefully with our physical healing, it should top us up. It tops us up quite fast. If you can see, like, per tick, we're healing a solid chunk. It's like 6 and then 8 or something. I don't know. But this physical healing actually been, like, one of the carries of this run. I know, I do think it's a bit of an underrated stat. It's not very good, but it is a bit underrated. Especially if you're playing a class like this, the Demon Plate Armor. I think something like these boots are probably what you should end up running as well. More realistically, what it probably is you probably run the occultist ones with will. Again, you just want more will scaling. I forgot to check the Goblin Merchant again. I definitely should have checked. If we can get a blue crystal sword, I'd really like to try it with an actual crystal sword. If we hit level 15 from this run, which of course it's Goblin Cave, so we're going to be getting less XP. than ruins, as we're not going to be going down to crypts as well. But we can try. Our DPS is just so low with just the bonks. If I can avoid it... I didn't want to use the Blow of Corruption on this one, but it's okay. But, no. I mean, that guy was like a physical damage warlock, kind of. He's also running the, no cast, though, just bloody... Phantomize and Blow of Corruption. I can't believe that he did that much damage to us. I always forget about that. It's just... Probably using Blow of Corruption to, liberally. Probably should be a bit more conservative with that, but I think it's okay. It's a pretty low cooldown ability compared to most classes in the game. But it is kind of a... Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed. But it is kind of our crutch right now for actually dealing damage. But thankfully Blow of Corruption does actually exist, otherwise this would just not work without a... Okay, why have we got so many cloaks today? It's actually unreal. Right. So, yeah, this would not actually work without like a, you know, blue or purple crystal sword. I forgot that thing again. Whatever, it's okay. I forgot the coin purse again. That guy had loads of Medfrost as well. I do actually... I don't think you can see people's perks after they've died. I would like to go and check to see if this guy actually has... Demon armor equipped. Like, I know he doesn't actually have any plate armor equipped, but is he running the perk? I'm not sure. I think he's just... I don't know, that guy's just cooking something. Physical damage, scaling melee warlock with Blow Corruption and Phantomize. I respect it. I respect people trying these new things. I suppose the thing is that's weird is the full occultist set is kind of odd. Did we open that door? Or did that guy open the door? Maybe? Oh, those are actually pretty... The armor roll's a bit low. If that armor roll was a little bit higher, I think we would actually go for that. I'm not sure what the hell's going on, but like my chair is vibrating. That's weird. The entire house feels like it's vibrating. Someone has been through here though. It's probably someone I missed. Okay, let's go through... Well, down here there's usually pretty good loot, so let's go and check down here. Might take us a little while to clear out the mobs, but it's pretty low risk as well, as long as we just chill and let the goblin mage cast their... whatever it's called, the whatever their buff, like AoE buff, heal, whatever it is, I don't really know. Let's not pick up white treasures still. Come on. Getting hit by the goblin mages is probably easier than it should be, and they kind of hurt. They do magic damage, as you would have probably guessed. And also they put a dot on, or not a dot on you, they put a debuff on you, which slows you down, and also prevents you from healing. Honestly, I'm surprised that took 3 hits. Let's look for green treasures or above. Definitely what we're going to be looking for. Blue goblet, perfect, nice. Got some good AP from this run already. Oh my god, what are these treasures today? It's really been some luck. Oh my god, it just gets better and better. Right, let's drop that potion of healing. Oh my god, what is this luck? Please. Why can't I get this luck when I was pushing my, when I was pushing my... What's it called? My fighter. Vivers of Barbuta's helms, always hated them, but now actually looking at them with some respect. Of course, it's only because they're a wool base. Oh, what is this layer? I haven't actually seen this. Someone's in our VoIP range, so that's something to bear in mind. Although we're kind of in the middle of the map, I believe, so it was pretty likely that there was going to be someone within our VoIP range. Let's pick up these potions that we dropped for now. So what does this give? So this gives 3 will... Honestly, these are pretty good occultist boots. Oh. Should we kill the centipede? I guess we should. It's going to take us like half an hour, but... Oh, they changed the color of that. It's green now. That's weird. Oh, and the poison screen. Huh. Okay. Hopefully these blow of corruption headshots are really chunking it out. I unfortunately didn't quite get to the dummies in time before the match started to actually test our damage. Again, the VoIP icon's back. Someone's somewhere. Again, as soon as they're in our VoIP range, they can probably start hearing our plate boots. So we really want to kill this soon. Oh, okay, that's a lot harder to see when it's going to spit that. I was hearing someone to the west. To the north, yeah. What is that? I can't really tell. What's that? Knowledge, all attributes, spellcasting speed. Now, I don't want to walk through this stuff, because it's kind of obnoxious. Okay, it's dissipating. It's a barbarian. Okay, good test. Couldn't quite clip him on his feet there. We're just gonna do that and see what happens. He's got both of the goblins on him. I did this because our blow of corruption was actually about to dissipate. Come in. Okay, there's a rogue joining the fray as well. This guy is not the Francisca, like, mastermind, is he? How many does he have? My god, you'd think he is. Okay, and I guess we just get one tap for that guy. I played that terribly. I thought we were going to be faster than him. We absolutely were not. But I guess that goes to show this... I thought this could be okay. I thought it was dependent on the Barbarian matchup, really, because Barbarian is so overpowered right now. It's so brainless. There's no skill, really. If this did well into Barbarians, I thought this was going to be actually quite viable. But because I did play that poorly, I will admit, but this guy missed, like, every Francisca and then just two-tapped us whilst outrunning us and also out-tanking us. So I do think this is probably not really viable for solos. And it's even worse in duos and trios, I think, because it actually gets reduced healing from if you have a friendly cleric, because it's magical healing, it gets reduced from that. It really should be like magical self-healing, and then it kind of solves the issues that it might possibly run into. But yeah, thank you guys for watching anyway. I was hoping to get level 15 and try a full run out with the full perks, but yeah, unfortunately misplayed quite a bit there at the end, but that to me proves that this is probably not going to be that viable. It definitely does have some good matchups. If you run higher tier gear, if you have a crystal sword, I think that it's going to be okay, but I don't think it's going to be one of the top things at the meta that's destroying everyone and is going to be causing a problem, you know? I don't know, we'll see. Maybe with a few changes that I'm saying, such as potions being system healing, health shrines being system healing, and then, of course, if you're actually trading, you're able to get the crystal sword, you get some better gloves, legs, and boots that don't slow you down as much or get you more movement speed. It might be okay. But it's also kind of then, you're probably just playing the kind of variant that people were playing before, where crystal sword, full magic power, added magic damage, and just trying to one-tap people with blow of corruption for the crystal sword. It was going to be similar to that anyway. I don't think you can really play a defensive warlock that much because your blocking options, I think okay, it's quarterstaff and it's bardiche. You have no other options for actually blocking, which they just are not good enough to have like warlock as a frontline in a team comp. Those are my thoughts anyway, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you got this far in the video, I'd appreciate likes if you liked the video. If you want to see more like this, I appreciate subscriptions massively. It's been fun testing this out. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.